Okay, so I was listening the Tantra vision. It's about about Saraha.
Okay.
You may have listened. So my question is from earlier talks. I have listened somewhere from Oslo that if you were not there, you would mean he is talking every individual. If any individual would not be here, then existence would be lacking something.
If you were not there, if you are not here, then existence will be lacking something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, at the other hand, I'm not meditating enough, or what I feel about. I'm trying to correlate, and I really want to feel it. If it is really like that, then there must be like the main point of agenda I want to say here is I find it's very ordinary in day-to-day life. Everything just I find very ordinary. In one way I find ordinary, and in other hand sometimes I find everything is special. So is it the same thing, like you feel special or you feel ordinary about the being I or someone else?
What you said?
Is it if anyone else? It's about everyone. Every single atom of existence. If anything would not be here, then is it about? It must be about everything. Like existence would be lacking something.
You were saying something else before. You said that sometime I feel everything is ordinary, and sometime I feel things are special. Everything is special. Something like that you were saying. Were you asking to me, you also feel the same or whatever, or you were saying something else?
I feel ordinary. I mean, it's just natural and ordinary together. Like feeling special is not always, but feeling of it's like it is. Sometimes, most of the time, it is like it is just everything is. Nothing is special. I feel everything is just ordinary most of the time. I'm not feeling special most of the time, but ज़्यादातर समय ऐसा होता है कि बस है, ऐसा ही है. उसमें जब वो ये कहते हैं कि अगर तुम नहीं होते, तो मुझे ये बात की कमी सी भी लगती है कि अगर हम नहीं भी होते, हम इन द सेंस कि कोई भी, तो कुछ कमी होती है एग्जिस्टेंस में. मतलब इससे मैं सहमत नहीं हो पा रहा हूँ कुछ. हालांकि सहमति असहमति दूसरी बात है, फिर भी ये
You speak in English so that she also understand.
Okay, so I'm not feeling the same. Like I cannot correlate with it. Like if I would not be there, I don't feel there would be lacking something in existence.
Is it all you have said?
Yeah, for now it's so. Yeah.
When you talk about yourself, you take yourself as the conditioned and programmed mind. So you are seeing things from the center of the ego, that you are this body mind. You means your memory. You mean whatever you believe you are. Otherwise, if you go deeper than your body, deeper than your mind, is your pran energy. And when the energy goes on being more and more subtle and refined, the subtlest energy is consciousness. And when you are that consciousness, there is no two, there is no division. It cannot be separated. It cannot be divided. It cannot be destroyed. Like the science has discovered, the theory of conservation of energy, that energy can only be transformed, changed, but it cannot be destroyed. In the same way, whatever is in the existence, whatever is real, will always remain. You cannot reduce it. It may change its forms, but it will remain in this form or that form. From this totality, nothing can be taken out. That's why in Upanishad they say, if you take out everything from the total, still if you take out the whole from the totality, still whole remains. पूर्ण से पूर्ण को निकाल लो, फिर भी पूर्ण बचता है. You cannot take out, even if you take out everything, everything will still remain. Because where it will go? There is no other existence. This is the only existence. You may have millions and trillions of stars and galaxies, but still it is all one. So you think you are something separate, an island. You are part of this whole. You are part of this totality. So you can never go out of existence. You may change billions and trillions of forms, but you take yourself as a separate body-mind mechanism. You take yourself as a form, as a name. You are Bhupendra. You have this form, this body. Then you think you are here for a while, then you will go. What Osho was saying, you say again.
If you were not here, there would be something lacking in the existence.
Osho will say that even if a blade of grass is not there, there will be something lacking in existence. So when the blade of grass is so valuable, how you think you are not valuable? It is the same divinity that is hidden in the blade of grass, in each and every atom of this universe. That is in you also. And you have been always here. Your forms may have changed. Unaccountable time. You cannot count it. But you are part of this whole. When you see millions and millions of bubbles in the river or in ocean, they are part of the ocean. They will remain. Even when they disappear, the bubble disappears or the wave disappears. They disappear as a wave, as a bubble. But they cannot be destroyed. When the water evaporates, it becomes cloud. But it again comes back as a water. When you have a tree, it throws away thousands of seeds, and then thousands of tree can come out of it. There is one book of Osho. One seed can make the whole earth green. So what you think is very small has the possibility, has the potential to manifest the whole universe. What cannot be seen has the greatest power. There is a story about Uddalak and Shvetketu. So he said that you bring a seed, Uddalak said, and go on cutting it. Go on cutting it, making it smaller and smaller. Then finally he said, I cannot see anything now. There is nothing to cut. He said that from that everything is coming out. What you say you cannot see, that contains all the power from which everything comes out. When you see now I cannot see anything, from that nothingness everything comes. So this universe is very magical. And because you are looking things from a small window, you are seeing things from your limited mind, so you feel that this universe is just ordinary. Otherwise, when you are settled in the consciousness, this very consciousness is God, then you will see this same world which looks to you ordinary will become godly. You don't have to even move from your chair. Whatever you see, you will see it is God. If you are seeing from your mind, from your thoughts, then things will become boring quickly. But when you are this consciousness, then everything becomes divine. Because the mind divides, it makes things into parts. Otherwise, the whole universe is one. There is no division. It's not that here is the boundary for the tree and for this tree and that tree, and here you begin. Everything is interconnected. So when you are consciousness, everything is part of the same consciousness. And even to say part is not right. It is all one picture. It is all one. That's why they call it Advait, non-dual. They don't call it one. Because when you say one, then you will start imagining two. There is no duality. No division, no two. It is all one. There may be millions and billions of waves and bubbles in the ocean, but it is all part of the ocean. Even to say part is part, when you say part, it is also because of your mind. Because mind knows only one thing, how to divide, how to chop things. So when even Osho has said somewhere, you were also with Buddha. You are not new, you have been here forever. That doesn't mean this body was there with Buddha. But even in your body, this body, the contribution of so many stars and galaxies are there. You think your body is just coming from this earth. So many stars and galaxies have contributed to your body. It's a miracle in it. But when we see this is my body, then we start destroying things. It is just a body. Because we have been programmed and conditioned in a wrong way from the very beginning. So our identification is very sick. And it is, once this body is programmed in a certain way, it is difficult. It may not happen that you can change everything. But at least you can create the distance. You can create this disidentification. Let the body function the way it wants to function, the way it is needed. You don't interfere in it. Don't bring your mind that you feel you want to eat more, you want to have more sex. You enjoyed sex last night, so you have to have again and again the same thing. This is mental. There is some need, maybe the body need it. When the body say, when the need of body is there, each and every cell is demanding something, then surrender to it. But don't make it mental when there is the need of body is not there, when you are not hungry, whether it is for food or for sex. No need. There is no need to think about it. That is what Osho says. Sex is not dirty. Sexuality is dirty. And Gurdjieff used to say all our centers have become confused. You are not having sex from your sex center. It is from your mind center. Your thinking center you are having sex. We have become all perverted because of perverted education, perverted stimulation which comes from everything. Otherwise, when there is a need for sex and two people become one without any thinking, without any desire to exploit each other, when there is no separation, the energy becomes one. It is very beautiful thing, but that doesn't happen. Because the whole society is perverted, so you cannot escape it. This is sadhana. You try to unlearn whatever society has taught you. So if you are not here, the existence cannot remain. You cannot be removed because you are part of this whole. That's why he said when you will not be here, the existence will be lacking something. It's even better to say that existence will not remain. Is it clear?
Yeah.
What more?
So I was not listening also, or few days.
I was listening to Achar Prashant yesterday. He told a story. The story was very beautiful. Story as a story, it was very beautiful. That in my house there are two windows. In the one window, if I go there is total peace, silence, no excitement. It is not inviting you, like it is not advertising, come. It's just there without any ripple. Just peace, silence, light. But nothing is changing there. And then there is another window where I have been visiting all the time, because it is inviting. It is full of excitement, stimulation. It is inviting. It is like I am not using his word now. It is like the prostitute. It is calling you, come. All the excitement is there. And you think when you go, you are burning with desire. And if you visit there, your desires will be quenched. You will feel satisfied. And it is so attractive, you are running all the time there. But the more you eat from that, the more you drink from that, the more hungry you become, the more nothing is fulfilled. It is promising that you will be fulfilled. And I go on visiting in that window all the time. And the more I take from it, I am becoming, even my body is becoming heavier. I have become very. He was telling about his story, how he destroyed his life, but he told it in a symbolic way. and then how he went to the other window. So he said, because I was not going to that window, that window became closed almost for me. There were like cobwebs in it, it became totally dirty. This window, it was all the time inviting, come, come. So I went on and on. I thought my desires will be quenched. And the more I was eating from it, the more I was becoming hungry. And then I saw I am becoming more fat, more heavy. Then I thought, oh, okay, I am becoming like a wrestler. It's good that I have some strength, more. It's better that I have become more, I look better, more rounded. And my body started gaining weight. And then slowly, my state became like that. I cannot even walk properly. I was becoming so heavy. And then one day I saw a very beautiful girl. And then the desire came, if I get this woman, she will just fulfill all my desire. So she came to my door, but she was so beautiful. I thought, why she will be attracted to me? I am just an ordinary person. But she saw me. She just looked at me, didn't give much attention. Next day again I was waiting for her, and she came again. This time she was little more open. Then again next day she came. Then I started having this belief in me that she is also gettable. I can get her. That after 4 or 5 days she came near to me and she said, what you want? And then I said, I want you. And then we embraced each other. And the embrace was such, she was, after certain time I started becoming little uneasy. She was not leaving me. Then I realized that she has just become one with me. And I felt that she has become like a wound in me. And then I saw there are so many wounds in my body. And I wanted her to push her. And then I became unconscious. Then I found I had a book in my room, in a trunk. I opened the book. I thought this is some kind of directory. I wanted to get rid of all these things, the prison which I had created. I opened the book, the letters were very small. So then I read, Ya Devi. He was trying to bring that thing, Ya Devi Sarvbhuteshu. And there is some real meaning in that. So, Ya Devi Sarvbhuteshu Shanti Rupena Sanstita, Gyan Rupena Sanstita, something like that. And then later on there is something like Brahm Rupena Sansthitam. Maya, it's the word I have forgotten, Maya Rupena Sanstita, something like that, that she is both the things. If you want her to, if you see her with lust, then you will see that the woman is a trap for you. She will make you imprisoned. But it is how you are looking at her. And then he said that this woman is not some sex, some gender. This is the whole nature. So when he found this, he went on repeating it, and then there was this one, Sakti Rupena Sanstita. This, because in our those who came to know it, they say there is only two things, Purush and Prakriti. Purush is this consciousness, And Prakriti or Shakti, that is the energy behind the whole universe. Whether it is Prakriti, Shakti or the female, they are all just energy. The whole universe is feminine. The only male is this witnessing consciousness. So when he read this line, Shakti Rupena Sanstita, he just, something happened from inside him. The inspiration came, and he went to that window which he had not opened for long, and he started beating it. His whole hand became full of blood and everything, and he just, with his strength, the power came from within him, and he was successful in breaking that window open. The window which he has not used for a long time. Then it opened, and he became unconscious. And then when he opened the eyes again, the woman has disappeared. But he saw that everyone, where the same woman is there. In everything, the whole nature, it is the same. The same woman. Oh no, he said that when my inner state changed, I saw the woman is different. I saw that you are the same woman. Now you are looking so loving and compassionate. At that time you look like an sexual object. So she said that it depends on you. You are the chooser. How you look at me, I will become that. And then afterward he became unconscious. There was no woman. Then he thought, was it also a dream that I thought that I found something? Then he went outside. He saw the same reflection of the same woman in the whole nature. It was the same energy. Now he found this fulfillment in everything. He saw the same God in the whole nature. So once you have become conscious, you will find God in everything. You will find the same divinity in everything. It depends on from which door you are looking. If you are looking from the door of lust, from the sex center, then this whole world is a mrityu lok. That means it is a, what do you call it, lok. It's a world of death. Everything here is going to die. But when you look from this consciousness, then it becomes immortal, because this consciousness is never born. It is never going to die. This consciousness is just is. It is. And when you start seeing things from this consciousness, you're not looking, it is like the Gestalt. In Gestalt psychology, they have picture. If you look at the picture, you will see an old woman. But if you go on looking at it, the old woman disappears and there is a young woman. You cannot see both together. Only one. So when your Gestalt change, if you look from this consciousness, this awareness, because this consciousness is not a form, it has no form.
Is that the reason behind calling it the illusion, Maya?
What is illusion? Illusion is,
In scripture,
the same world becomes illusion when you look from your limited mind. When you are projecting something. When you are looking at the world from your desires. That is the meaning of the word idiot. He has a private idiom. He lives in his world, in the world of his own making. So when you look from something which is either already dead or is going to die, then you will see death everywhere. When you look from something which just is, like the light, it cannot be destroyed. You know that your body is going to be destroyed. Your body will fall sick and will have disease. But what is the need to look from that door, that window? Once you know you are this consciousness, your form may not be there, but the consciousness will remain. This form can disappear, but that form will remain. And if you want to experience something, if you want to know something, you will have forms. After this form, there will be another form. If you have enough of it, you have passed the examination, then you don't need any form anymore. Anything?
Yeah, but not now.
Now what?
Maybe something.
What you said?
I was saying that I was not listening 1 week ago. I was listening but not meditating on it. So I feel more confused after listening also. I was not listening and
That's why there are many people there are many sannyasins who are just lukewarm, who are not real sannyasins. They stop listening to Osho later on, because he will say one thing today, tomorrow he will say something else. Then they become more confused. They want certainty.
I was saying I'm quite enjoying it, being confused also. I'm not resisting or anything, because I feel confusion is because of I'm quite want to explore something. That's why there is confusion. There is some curiosity, that's why there is confusion.
Until and unless you become total, you cannot reach to your center. And as long as you are not at your center, whatever Osho is saying will create confusion, because he is talking about another world, another realm, and you are looking at that realm from your mind, from your limitation, from your limited mind. So
So is the experiencer or the consciousness the same?
The first thing is that this is not a very right word to use, experiencer, because again it becomes like a person. There is experiencing a process. It is river-like flowing. That's why Buddha has used a word stream of consciousness. It is not something fixed. It is like the consciousness is like the stream of the river. It goes on moving. It is renewing itself. Or you can call it like the candle light. The light which you burnt in the evening, and that which you will blow or which will disappear in the morning, they are not same. They are in the same series, but they go on replacing each other. They are renewing itself continuously. So you cannot say that consciousness is something like something concrete. But we have this habit of creating form out of everything. When it is not a form, then there is no thing. we have a habit to create form out of everything. So, even when you are talking about consciousness, you think it is some kind of a thing, a matter. That's why the word they have given is nothingness. If you break it, it becomes no thingness. There is no thing there. You will not find anything there. It is like the onion. If you go on peeling it, in the end you will not find any object. But out of that nothing, everything comes out. This is your light is without any source. That's why it is a miracle. Bin bati bin tel. Without oil, without wick. Your light needs nothing, no source from outside. That's why this consciousness is a miracle. That's why they call it God. Because it cannot be explained. You cannot define it. You cannot know it. It will always remain the knower. You cannot reduce it into something known. That's why it is not part of any law. It is beyond all law. It is not part of any causality. It is not part of cause and effect. To know yourself, you cannot say that if you have done this much of sadhana, you will know yourself. Swamiji used to say that it is like buying a lottery. You buy the lottery, whether you will get the prize or not, it is not in your hand. But first thing, you need to buy the lottery. These days no one is satisfied with this such a small amount. 400 crore rupees so far they have found. For about, I think, 10 days they are still counting how much money at the house of one member of parliament. In everywhere there is only money and money, money. What kind of thieves these people are. Even robbers will be very ashamed. A person who cheats 100 rupees, 200 rupees just to fill his belly because he is starving or his mother has no medicine. We put them in prison. And these people, they are the worst kind of criminal. You cannot compare even Duryodhan and Ravan with them. I have never heard any story that Duryodhan and Ravan they were enjoying their life, they were living in luxury, but they were not putting money, dead money in their houses. Everywhere there is money, even in the water tank, anywhere you open, just money. The counting machine, 10, 20 they broke because so many machine became so heated. You know it about this or not?
Yeah, I listened. I heard.
This is the greatest so far, the maximum amount of money found so far. But these corrupt people, no one knows. Somewhere they may be even far more than that. And some of the people are saying that he will have about 2,000 crores. You cannot even imagine that much of money.